We are back at the Big Condo Records podcast. I'm Hayley Jane, your host, and this evening I've got a special guest, and her stage name is Rhi B.
Hello, people.
Yeah, I feel like honoured to do this podcast because I know Rhi B on a more of a personal level. We both met here at the Big Condo Records exactly this time last year on a course called Women for Music, which I think they've done a similar course since and probably will do more again. And if you're watching this and you want to get into music, get in contact with the Big Condo for things like that, because Definitely. That's how we met. And since that journey, I've known Rhi kind of write her own song. It's been produced, it's been recorded. She's created her own and put together her own launch party for this single that came out called Fire, and you can find it on all streaming platforms.
Go and listen.
Yeah, so she's come on a long journey, and now she has, and from that, Roy, the head of the Big Condo Records, saw her potential, and your new role is
charity fundraising officer at Big Condo Records,
off the back of her putting together her own launch party. But in the meantime, there's a journey that's happened through that, before that. So I've seen you progress over this last year, but where did it all begin? What happened up to this point before last year?
Well, what happened is I've always been a performer, I've always been creative. So it all started with musical theatre. So back in school, I'd done alternative curriculum, so instead of going to school, I got to go to college and be on a stage and do what I love to do.
Wow.
Because school was never really the setting for me. It's not where I thrived. Where I thrived was doing what I love to do. Not in a book, unfortunately. And people are like, that's fair enough.
Got on and become very professional, even though they're not academic. They're not academic.
So basically, I had my son and I was out of it for a long time, and I felt like something was missing, and I wanted to get back into it, but unfortunately I lacked a lot of confidence, so I didn't believe in myself. I had people that love me around me telling me that I should go for it and I should follow my potential and follow my dreams, and I just didn't believe in myself enough. And then
what do you feel like was holding you back?
Myself. Honestly, myself. Like,
and the type of music that you do, and
I always doubt myself.
Where you fit in, and
I felt like do you know, I don't know how you put it. There's a word for it, but I felt like I couldn't. Do you know what I mean? But I know differently now. Do you get me? I've put work into myself. I've put myself out there, and it's extremely uncomfortable putting yourself out there. It is, but it's so rewarding. Do you know, getting on the stage and all them insecurities coming to your head. Even now, every time a year and a half on, do you know, from working on myself, I'll step on stage and I'll still get insecurities. But you've got to push them aside. And you know, when you come off the stage, it's magical.
I listened to a podcast, and he was advising us last week about, we have to accept the cringe moments. As an artist producing new material, whether you're performing, acting or singing, you've got to go through the cringe moments. I think it's like fighting the fear. For one, getting on stage, fight the fear, but you might fail again and again, and it's cringe, and you're like, what's everyone gonna, what's their judgment about my song and my lyrics? And a lot of people are like, oh, you're gonna go back to your normal day job. You've got to go through them cringe moments, because if you really truly believe it, you push past that moment and you dare do it again next time.
But what people see as failures, I see as lessons. Do you get me? So I could get on a stage and it could go completely wrong for some reason or another, but I'll get off and know exactly what I need to do next time,
because so that doesn't happen again. Like, oh, I'm not doing that again. That's what I used to be. I'm not doing that again.
And it's natural, completely natural. It'd knock me still. Do you know? I'm still new to it all. Do you know what I mean? But I'm sure 10 years down the line it'll still knock me. We're only human, but we learn, and then we don't make them same mistakes again, and if we do, it's another lesson. Do you know, until you get it right.
So you've always had this kind of musical talent within you since you were younger. You say you had your child, and then life gets in the way, doesn't it? Then what kind of got the spark back?
Well, music has always been in my life, always, even when I wasn't actively going out there, and I've always been behind the scenes writing my own music, and I believe music's medicine. So I was saying earlier to you, it's countless the amount of times I feel like music has saved my life. It's unreal, you know, so it's always got a special place in my heart, but I need to go after what I want, because sitting back and letting the world pass me by and letting my dreams pass me by is not something that I'm gonna be comfortable with when it comes to me being 70 in the future and being like, well, I should have done this and I should have done that. At least I can say, if I never make it, at least I can say I tried to get there, and I enjoyed every minute of trying to get there.
Exactly.
So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So how did you get involved with the Big Condo? Because you're kind of definitely part of the furniture now, aren't you?
Well, yeah, that was how I bit the bullet, and artist I know called SB, shout out to SB, he asked me to collab with him because I've done little bits online. I was slowly got myself back onto doing like covers online, but I'd keep my face off the camera, and eventually I brought my face into the camera and built my confidence up that way. So people knew of me online, having me little sing-songs and stuff, and I met SB through a friend of mine, and he's also an artist, and he asked me to collab with him. So we ended up writing My Plan, and we've come to Big Condo Studios, Louis' connection at the time, SB's connection should I say, and we recorded it here, and I met Rhi. Shout out to Rhi also, and I asked him, because I was eager, if there was any opportunities for someone like me just trying to get myself out there, and he mentioned the Women in Music course, and I took the last spot, I think. Took the last spot of the Women in Music course, and the rest is history.
An 8-week course, but during that 8-week course, we learned all about the background, the business of the industry, the pressures of touring.
How amazing was
the
it?
branding,
everything.
Absolutely everything, and we learned how to kind of put lyrics together. We did a live performance. We showcased ours at the end. Yeah. Throughout it, you recorded a song. We got like a promotion package at the end of it, kind of everything, and you recorded a song.
Well, I had me song wrote beforehand, but obviously because I didn't have any connections, I was a single mum. You know, I didn't have the means to be able to go to a studio and record me music. So in this course, we got the absolute pleasure of being able to record. It wasn't even meant to be a part of the course though, do you know, it was just an added extra that Big Condo kindly added on.
Us onto a free course. That was already a free course as it was.
So
got to use them.
And let's just face it, getting a song produced, engineered, and I might just add that mine was engineered from scratch, so shout out to Frank. From scratch, he got the beats per minute, and he made me backing track that I fell in love with straight away, and I was mind blown. Do you know, it's changed my life.
And so from that course, as the course ended, Rhi had obviously produced and recorded her single Fire, which again is on all streaming platforms.
Yeah,
but what Rhi did with that, and what she'd been taught through Roy and the course, was to then you have to do a launch for your single launch to come out. It's like, oh, that's something you have to do, a launch for your singles to come out. But Rhi put all this together herself, and you managed to have a really successful launch party. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, it was amazing. I spent a couple of months preparing, prepping everything, making sure I had all the equipment, making sure I had the people I needed to make it a success. And you know, for my first ever function that I've put on, all like for me, it was just mind blowing. I actually pulled it off. Do you know? And
you performed yourself. You had other artists performing.
I did. I had a whole lineup. It was like a full blown music show. It was amazing.
Fire blowers, fire dancers.
Yeah, I had
DJ.
There was everything you can imagine. I had. Yeah.
And again, being part of the Big Condo family, it was something that Roy, a skill that he when he works with people, he listens and he watches and he saw a strength in you, didn't he? You've organised this yourself, and it's been really well. And more progression came from that. What happened next?
So after me launch party, I joined a youth club here. But before the youth club, let me continue on my charity work, because Roy offered me the charity fundraising officer job, and obviously I bit his hand off.
Launch
he seen me potential, and he offered me the spot of charity fundraising officer, which I jumped for because I love anything like that, giving back, helping, you know, that's my vibe. So I was happy that he gave me the position. So over the past month or so now, I've been doing my research, looking for appropriate charities. I've actually got the chosen charity now. It's a charity called Tomorrow's Women. There's an office in Birkenhead and there's an office in Chester, and they do a lot for women. It's run by women, it's for women, and they cover a lot of issues from like mental health,
abuse,
to domestic violence, to drug abuse, to all sorts. They will help you with it, you know, and if they don't do it, they'll find a way to help you with it, you know. They're a really good organisation. They've helped many people that I know personally, and my mum being one of them, you know.
So what are you going to do? How do you feel like you can help them?
Well, I want to raise as much money for them as possible. We are putting on a music event, and to fit the theme, we want it to be just women. Obviously, anyone's welcome to the event, but it's going to be for women, run by women, exactly like the charity is. And we want a music event to show women's talents and bring everyone together with music, because as I said before, music is medicine, and I fully believe that. So
and everything that you raise there is going to go towards this charity.
100%.
Through the Big Condo Records. That's amazing, isn't it?
It will be in February, so when we've got the venue sorted, which I'm actively looking for now, a venue to hold it in, preferably over the Wirral, because that's where they're based. But it's not set in stone yet, so the date will follow, and I'll let everyone know when it's going to be.
Do you ever think that you'd be doing anything like this? Do you have an opportunity like this?
If you had have asked me 2 years ago if I thought I'd be in with a reputable label doing amazing things for the community and putting myself out there, I would have gone, whatever, Hayley.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? Because I didn't believe in myself.
I know, me too.
But I've started to believe in myself.
Look at us
and
now,
other people, I know. And other people believe in me, do you know?
And the most important thing is what you've got out of it. You believe in yourself, and knowing that other people believe in you. It's ace, isn't it?
High five myself in the mirror every day.
Yeah, because you're the one that's putting the work in.
I feel like we give so much energy to other people, and first of all, we have got to put love and attention and dedication into ourselves before we can be the best for anybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
We've got to try and be the best
That's
for us, and we've got to be kind.
Yeah, being focused on myself for a little for a change.
Yeah.
So
try high fiving yourself.
Yeah, well, I should do a little bit more, shouldn't I?
Every day you wake up, or even every time you look in the mirror, just give yourself a little high five. You got
positive vibes.
Yeah, always.
So I've personally seen your progression, so it's been absolutely lovely to see you evolve. Like,
and are you?
Yeah,
we're smashing it.
It's we're smashing it. So, and then you've obviously got your new role as the events charity officer.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you do in the background.
Yeah.
But it's your music. That's your.
Yeah, it's my baby. I'm still gigging. I'm still putting myself out there. I'm still trying to find myself in the music industry. I've actually decided that I want to pick up an instrument. Well, I have.
Well, you already have.
It's past tense. I've picked it up. So I'm actually actively learning the ukulele. Another thing that's come out of Big Condo.
Yeah, we both joined the ukulele club, and Rhi continued with it. I kind of like
love it.
Slipped out a little bit, but you've really taken to it, haven't you? And
the brain I've got, Hayley, if you were to say to me, right, you've got to learn this now, and put it in front of me, I'd be like, no. Do you know, because my brain just doesn't. But if there's something I'm proper interested in, I can hyper focus on it, and I could be a professional. Do you get me? So that's what I intend to do.
Yeah, you got that connection with the ukulele.
I pick it up. She's got a name. Her name's Birdie, my little uke. She's beautiful, and I didn't ever think I'd be able to learn an instrument because of the way my brain is. But it's going so well. I feel like I'm a bit of an actual.
Because every session that we came to, you really went home and did your homework, didn't you? And you came back with a progression from the previous week, and then now I see you online. You've creating your own lyrics, you're creating your own little chords. Yeah. So is that your goal then, to be performing with your uke? Next year, I want to be performing live with my uke. Yeah. I don't want to rush into it because I want to feel ready. But I am progressing. I have already wrote half a song with my own. That's always what I found the problem, because I could come up with the lyrics, I could be inspired by something just walking down the street, could look at a tree and like, I don't know, lyrics would come to my head, but I could do the melody in my head, but I couldn't put it all together because I've never been an engineer. I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't got a clue, but I feel like the ukulele has made it so I can do a full song myself. Maybe not the engineering part, but I could do my melody, I could do the lyrics, and I could do the whole thing. You inspire me, honestly. I was saying to you before, I look at you when I'm watching your videos and think, I wish I'd have carried on, because the way I interpret a song, I can't find a backing track that suits. You know what mine like. Yeah. And that's why I always sing. But that's what I said to you. You are like your back, and the way you sing, you can back yourself because your voice. You have got a magical voice. I would love. I need to go back to the ukulele, because just having that instrument there, not even just as comfort, but just so that I can just jam to my own little what's going on in my head, how I want the song to.
But
to
for anyone
out.
like me who thinks that they can't do it, literally, if you have something that you're interested in, an instrument, pick it up for 10 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day, do you know, and then 5 minutes add up, and the end of the week you've got yourself to a place that you weren't the week before. Do you get what I mean? It's amazing. Like, it really is. And it becomes muscle memory as well.
Yeah, a perfect example
so
of that.
Next year I want to be performing live with my uke. You heard it here first, people.
There you go, and you will. Rhi B, it's been an absolute pleasure and an honour, and I can't wait to continue following your journey and your next gig, hopefully to be there.
Yeah.
So you're on the social media platforms. Where can we listen to music? Is like Spotify?
So Fire is streaming on all streaming platforms, and you can check me out on the socials at Call Me Rhi B.
Call Me Rhi B. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Hayley Jane. This is the beautiful Rhi B.